Hi everyone, I'm just recording a video today, a quick one just to introduce you to someone very special. For those of you who don't know, which you probably do if you follow me on social media because I post them all the time, this is Paxton. And contrary to what the books say right here, he did not arrive in November. He wanted to come early, so he was here in October. He is 2 months old now, just turned 2 months yesterday. So say hi, Paxton. He's really excited for this, as you can tell. He's super pumped. Yep. So I just have a few questions I'm going to answer. So here we go. Were there any crazy theatrics when you found out you were pregnant, and did you have any weird cravings? So the day that I found out I was pregnant I was having like a really bad day at work. So I actually, and we had done a few attempts that hadn't worked. So I said to my wife, I was like, I'm just going to come home and take a pregnancy test because I know it's going to be negative. So let's just get another bad thing out of the way. And then I like angrily took the test and looked at it and I was like, okay. Then I showed my wife because I didn't believe it. And then I took, I think, 3 more tests before I went to get my blood work done. So yeah. Did you have any weird cravings? So I kind of eat everything all the time, even when I'm not pregnant. So really there was nothing weird for me. I would get in these moods where I was like, all of a sudden where I was like, I need this now, but that's honestly not any different from when I'm not pregnant. That also happens. So really no. How was giving birth in the middle of COVID? So it was different. I mean, well, I'm assuming it was different. I've never given birth not in COVID. But I had to take I had to be tested for COVID, so that was interesting. And the thing that sucked was that we could not leave our hospital room. So, like even to walk down the hall. So the whole time we were in the hospital, we were stuck in this little small room and my wife and I both thought we were going to go nuts. So that was fun. Pain on a scale of 1 to 10. So that's kind of hard to rate because as soon as I started to feel any pain, I was like, give me drugs. The nurse came in and I'm like, I need drugs now. And she's like, you're not even dilated at all. And I'm like, I don't care. So they got me something. I was feeling good after that. If I didn't have that, it would have been a 10. But with that, I was feeling pretty good. So not too bad. And it says, would you do it again? Yes, I would. I want another child, so just for that fact, I would definitely do it again. Did you always want kids? Is Paxton's name in honor of someone or just something y'all liked? So yeah, I always wanted kids my whole life. I've wanted kids. I also have a bunch of nieces and nephews. So since they started being born, my first nephew was born in 2007. So ever since then, like the baby fever went even crazier. So I've definitely been ready to have kids. That's for sure. And is Paxton's name in honor of someone or just something y'all liked? So his first name was just a name that my wife liked that she picked out. His middle name, Russell, is in honor of my dad and in memory of my grandma. So it's for both of them. Is there anything that you've learned since having that precious baby boy that you wish someone had told you about? Honestly, not anything too crazy because it seems before you give birth, everyone wants to give you all sorts of warnings about everything that could go wrong and will go wrong and how it's going to be. But really, I'd say what I learned is to not listen to anything that anyone says. And my advice would be that you just, figure out what works for you, do that. Don't listen to anyone else. And as you're figuring out what works, just laugh along the way, because that's literally the best thing you can do. You know, if you're changing a diaper and poop flies at you, you know, really you could get upset about it, but the best thing you can do is laugh. And that's what I do. That's what my wife and I do. What has been the hardest thing about being a first-time mom? I mean, this dude's pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. Like he's made our transition easier than some babies do. He's been really good for us, which we're lucky for. I mean, I'd say the hardest thing is just, I mean, I'm an anxious person, so it's not surprising, but now that I have an extra life to worry about, I feel like I'm constantly worried about, is he okay? Is he gonna be okay? Like all that stuff. So that's probably the hardest part of it. But yes, that's all your questions. I hope you enjoyed meeting Paxton. Normally he's a little bit more lively than this, but he's a little bit tired today. The holidays wore him out. He's, you know, trying to get his rest so he can celebrate at midnight. Go a little bit crazy tonight, so we'll see. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope that everyone has a amazing new year.